Welcome back to the Hateful Geeks. Listen up, you fellow ghouls and goblins. In this episode, we're going to talk about our favorite and not so favorite horror movies with our best friend, Michael Samons.
Hello!
It's Halloween, bitches! All right, welcome back to the Hateful Geeks. This is Sweeney.
This is Andy.
And this is Tim.
And I'm Samons.
Yes, this is our special friend, and I don't mean special in that way. I mean special as a really good friend.
No, you mean special in that way.
Well,
I mean, I do.
Okay.
I do.
We actually invited him on the show because he has probably the biggest brain I've ever seen, ladies. So he is single. He is ready to mingle.
Sweeney's actually apparently opened the top of my head and looked at my brain.
Absolutely. It's fucking awesome. That brain is sweet.
Big and gray.
We want to talk about our favorite horror movies. Since, obviously next Tuesday, or not next Tuesday. We're just going to say next Tuesday. It's Halloween.
When you're hearing this now is Halloween.
Right now.
It is Halloween, y'all.
Halloween, y'all.
Then will be now.
The greatest holiday.
We're time travelers from the past to go into the future by a week.
All right, so let's start this off, okay? So we wanted to do a Halloween episode, we wanted to do a horror episode because all of us are huge fans of movies, films. Obviously, we have a fucking podcast about geek shit, but this is horror. This is like the time of the year where you want to get scared shitless, you want to piss your pants, and you want to, someone in a bag over their head and a chainsaw to kind of come into your life.
That's erotic.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I know when I go to the theater, the thing I look forward to most is pissing my pants.
Well, yeah, says the man drinking scotch.
It's the thrill.
Yeah.
What do you got against scotch?
So my biggest, we are the Hateful Geeks, and we always talk about stuff we love. Well, I really want to shit on this right now because I'm so sick of new age horror movies. All it seems to be is like, let's see how many hot people we can put in one movie, kill off the hot chick that has the big boobs, and then somehow these kids don't have cell phones. They can't call for help. We're in a modern era, and they all get killed in the same household, and nobody hears a damn thing.
Well, this is what we were kind of talking about earlier, too, was that the problem with the movies being set in modern time is, they do have those technological advances like cell phones, which is why I always felt like slashers, you can't really set them anything past like maybe 1990.
Maybe.
Because after that, everything just started advancing, and it's like, why wouldn't they just use a cell phone? Or, I don't know, you could even buy those help I've fallen and I can't get up buttons.
I think the best horror film that I saw that actually used technology towards it was Cabin in the Woods. That one I was actually pleasantly surprised with.
They did use technology in that film, but it wasn't the kids using technology.
No, that's
it was
what I'm
actually
saying. Like that horror film,
the people using technology.
Utilized it.
Yeah.
The best one I've seen that actually utilizes it was, and I thought it was going to be terrible, to be honest, was Unfriended.
I have not seen that.
It's the one with the different like Skype windows and everything.
I did see that, and I hated it.
I thought it worked.
I hated it.
Oh, that
because it is a gimmick movie. It's a gimmick movie.
Wait,
but
you predicted the ending 5 minutes into the film.
But listen, I'm not going to. Here's what happens in all these movies.
Yeah,
either everyone dies or one person doesn't die.
So, I haven't seen a good movie where everyone dies in a long time.
It's been
Rogue One.
That's not a horror movie.
I mean, me.
For the Rebels, it's a horror movie.
Those poor souls.
It's their Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
No, I agree with you. Like, what I also can't stand with today's horror films, when you go and you're watching, like when I saw It, a great horror film, great remake. I'm sitting there watching it and I'm all cozy, got my popcorn ready, and the trailers start rolling.
You guys, stop. You can't see Andy right now, but when he said cozy, he wiggled down into the couch.
He scooched himself further into the couch.
Do you just bring a blanket and just like a pillow into the theater?
No, I am not that guy. There are people, and we all point and laugh at them.
After wiggling your ass on the couch, I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
Shenanigans.
You get in those leather recliner ones that are automatic. I would bring a blanket and a pillow. It's just most of the time I'm trying to maybe see if I could possibly talk to a lady in the theater.
I'm not paying $13 to go to sleep.
No.
I mean, how good is sleep though?
Well,
Right.
true.
that $13 might be worth it.
Do you have a lumpy bed?
You go and watch.
Have you
these-
watched Titanic? That put me to sleep the best.
No, I still haven't watched it. So the horror films today, you start to see these previews for it, the trailers, and you're like, okay, you're building up the suspense. It's looking good. I might actually go see this. Rated PG-13. Fuck you.
Boo!
Fuck you. I don't want to see it now.
Well, okay.
Go go home.
And here's one of the biggest problems, I think, is name some of the great horror movies that we have right now.
Like in the past, like 20 some years, or just
No,
ever?
like the past
Ever?
like couple years.
A
It-
couple years.
Get
I mean,
Out.
I don't
not
know.
really a
I don't
horror,
think. I don't
though.
think Get Out.
I
is a-
consider that horror, but it's like psychological horror.
It's like a thriller. It's a
to me,
psychological
to
thriller.
me, that's like more suspense thriller, and
yeah,
like
but you would still rank it under, I feel like, a horror area.
Okay, we can
but
say
that's the problem.
exactly. So for me, if I want to start talking about some of my favorite horror movies recently, they're all fucking remakes.
Dawn
They
of the
are.
Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn
remake.
of the
That
Dead.
was a great remake.
Halloween, another great remake.
I
I still haven't seen
I
the
love
remake.
Rob Zombie films. I think
I mean,
he
I
does a
too.
great job, and Halloween was one of them. He did a great remake, but they're remakes. Nobody has original content anymore.
Or we're about to get the ninth Saw movie.
Oh my
Oh
god!
yeah, that's
Don't get me started
Jigsaw.
on the fucking Saw movies.
That
The last few that have come out that were pardon me, separate were kind of like more independent ones, like The Witch. Anyone see The Witch?
No.
Okay,
Oh.
that
See, this is why we brought you, because I
That's
know
straight-
you have vast
Yeah.
horror knowledge.
that's on this list I've written.
You have a
about
list?
movies.
He
Yeah.
came prepared, folks.
I came prepared. The Witch was not like low budget or anything, but it's
Like the Blair Witch Project.
no, it's better than that. I mean,
Okay.
it's no shaky cam. It's a film. It's a film. It's not. I'm following you with a shaky cam, and
I can't do
Here's-
handy cam.
you're going to be scared sometimes. No, but like that, and again, it falls sometimes into a problem of horror and suspense and thriller all kind of
Right.
jumbled together at times,
So-
unless it's like straight supernatural stuff.
Right.
like Conjuring or
Yeah,
Well, that's possession. It's not really
Sure.
supernatural.
Paranormal
Paranormal.
activity.
Yeah.
Paranormal.
extra normal.
Yeah, paranormal. Then you have possession movies. I feel like we have these.
Yeah, there's
we can literally
subgenres.
divide everything nowadays into gore porn.
Yeah.
So essentially, Saw movies,
Saw,
Hostel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, anything like that. That's all gore porn. It's how much they can make you uncomfortable, and you can cut somebody up, and then we can show it to you, and you're going to feel sick to your stomach.
Human Centipede.
Oh, what was that one? Human Centipede. The Interview. Was it The Interview?
Audition.
Audition.
Audition?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but his stuff,
God, I love that
Takashi
movie.
Miike his stuff just isn't a different level.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
Japanese terrifying porn.
Right.
Not porn, but horror movies.
Terrifying porn.
Yeah.
That exists though, folks. But
So
Don't
the
see
new
that.
so the new subgenre on Pornhub.
So yeah,
Terrifying.
So you have gore porn, right?
Mhm.
Then you have your paranormal ghost movies, like Paranormal Activity. That's the only one I can name off the top of my head, like right now. If you go way back to like the Poltergeist and other
Amityville Horror.
Amityville Horror.
kind of like Eldritch.
Yeah.
Last House on the Left. No,
No.
No, that's like a revenge.
Yeah.
That's like they came and raped her, and then
Right
her
after I
father
said it, I was like, nope,
came
I'm
out
wrong.
and killed him with a.
Yeah.
He put his head in the microwave.
I said I was wrong, God damn it.
The remake had Tony Goldwyn and I think Monica Potter as the parents.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't
So-
remember.
Not good.
No, it wasn't.
They're not good.
And then you have your possession movies, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like
Exorcist.
I feel like the past like 3 years they've been like hard on for possession movies.
Well, I mean, I would say,
Slasher.
Conjuring kind of
right.
made a
Yeah.
shit ton
So
of
you
money
have
from
like
what I
you have
remember.
the Conjuring. You have the what was that? What the woman that actually was real.
Insidious?
Well, I didn't say this too,
Oh, wait,
but
yeah.
there was like
the Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe?
damn it,
The
I can't think-
Exorcism of Emily Rose.
that one.
Oh, okay.
The one
that
where
one.
3 a.m. on the nose,
Yeah,
she
the
would
one
wake
with
up and smell the
Jennifer
sulfur.
Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I feel like that set off the we need to start making possession movies again, because like that was like the first one in a long time, at least for me. Like outside, like they tell The Exorcist back then, Exorcist was fucking creepy as shit. you
Still
know?
one of my favorites.
And they didn't really make a lot of good possession movies. Really, I mean, they made them, but they weren't like, it was like Omen and like, like some of those like cheesier versions of like possession movies. I feel like, excuse me, I feel like on this one, it took live video and live audio of this person that supposedly was possessed and they leaked it out before the movie came out, and they like did all this like PR work to like prep you and like get you amped up, like thinking this girl is actually possessed. And it was a fucking scary ass movie.
Yeah,
like it freaked.
it's creepy.
Like, can you imagine laying in bed at 3 a.m. and all of a sudden you hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I've imagined it,
Yeah.
and I thought in that scenario, well, that's how I check out.
Right,
I'm just
like-
done. I'm done.
It was
That's
good.
how I die.
Yeah.
That's how I die. Yeah.
That was a great like horror movie. Like I thought that was a great movie, and then I feel like that. But then they started kicking off like everything. Like yeah, The Conjuring was good, but they made like 2 more.
Well,
Right.
they'll ride that horse into the ground. I mean, it's
But why?
money. There's money to be had, man.
I get
because
it, but
because they're
man.
cheaply made and it made like
Yeah.
But get
$300
Horror
million.
movies are some of the best movies to make because, yeah, they're like cheap most of
Right.
the time to make, and you can get more returns off of them. And most of the time, it's just, hey, let's get some really cheap practical effects, and the actors don't have to be good, as we've all
Yeah,
acknowledged.
I mean,
They
I'm
always are.
gonna go real
Awful.
old school when I say like Sleepaway Camp was made for like $10,000, and we still talk about
How
it
is that
40
it shows.
million late. Yeah,
And how-
and it was made, and we still talk about it like 40 years later.
and again, how is that a horror movie?
It's because it's like a slasher.
Yeah,
thing,
because
and
it's a slasher.
Yeah,
that-
but it's just
Friday
like,
the 13th slasher.
yeah.
but I mean, it's a slash. I mean, it's got a plot. It's got
Yeah.
quite the plot
it
twist.
does
at the
have
end.
quite a plot twist,
Okay.
but
It's
a slasher movie.
I didn't even make
Are
that
we- are we
clear
allowed-
fucking word.
Are we allowed to spoil what it is? Because that's all
It
there
was-
is to
okay,
that movie.
It was
It was.
40.
all there
It's
is.
40 fucking years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, spoil away
Yeah. Okay. So spoiler alert.
because I
It's
haven't
a-
seen it.
It's a slasher movie, but the girl who you're following the whole time turns out she's a boy.
And she's the one killing everybody.
Yep.
And like
Cool.
the final shot is just her. I can't even describe the face she's
It's like,
making.
It's like eagle scream.
Yeah, it's like eagle screaming and then peen.
Yeah, they scale down. You see a little penis. I'm
Yeah.
not sure why.
She's naked, or he, I should say,
holding a severed head.
holding a severed head, eagle screaming, eyes wide open, and then there's like 2 kids like off camera who, when it cuts them, they just look like confused, and then it cuts back to her eagle screaming,
That's the face,
and that's the end of the movie.
but the mouth's bigger.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
Yeah,
see.
'cause-
You
I mean,
can't see
'cause-
Tim's
'cause-
face right now.
Right.
But it's
well, it's
I'm
like
mimicking the face, but I can't get. I
It's-
don't have a prosthetic head. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
it's
not a
like
real head.
wide.
his
as they
mouth's not
made
big
it.
enough. Sorry, guys.
I satisfy no one.
Well, with the success that it just had,
Yeah.
and the sequel coming out, we're going to get many more horror films. We're going to get the creepy,
I'm okay
Okay.
with that.
and I loved it.
So
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm excited for the sequel, but at the same time a little hesitant.
His stuff though, recently they've been doing a lot better. For the longest time, they really, his movies were not good. Like whoever was directing them, I think it's like Mick Garris and Frank Darabont directed 1 or 2 of them.
you're just naming names. I have no idea who these
Oh,
people
these
are.
are people in the world who work in
Darabont
the,
did help kick off The Walking Dead.
And
Yeah,
Shawshank Redemption.
and Shawshank,
Yes.
which is good. Like, but
Okay.
the last few he did, the last few movies that were made of Stephen King's work, it was fantastic. And then on Netflix, Gerald's Game, which a lot of people thought would be really tricky and hard to film because it's very psychological, taking place in the main character's head.
hmm
Like a lot of his work was amazing.
Hmm.
And it's got like Bruce Greenwood and Carla Gugino, right? Am I saying her name?
I don't. You're
Gugino.
Gugino, yeah. Is in
again.
it.
I bring you here for this knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have it.
But fantastic work.
Okay.
It really is flying under the radar. And 1922, which is another Stephen King work, it's a short story in Full Dark No Stars, is got like Tom Jane is the main character.
Punisher.
Yeah, you know, and
You're like, no, that name.
and a man whore, you know, from Hung and such. But and I don't, you know, just Tom
What's
Jane
your
in
favorite
general is
scary
like
movie?
But yeah, that's supposed to be okay. I haven't gotten to see it yet, but people are finally like getting back into his work. And it's been a long time since like a really good Stephen King film.
Right. So, well, let's run on the line here. Let's think about this. So, I'm gonna ask you guys. You know, name one top 3 for you. Every time someone says, you know, what's your favorite scary movie, that you're gonna name it.
Ooh, I go old school. I go real old school. Probably the top is the original Frankenstein with Boris Karloff.
Now, okay. I mean, I get it. That's a horror movie, but today's standards, it's not.
Oh, I'm not even close.
You know what I mean?
Does
Right. But I mean, for me, like that was my introduction to horror movies. Watching
is
the
it like
marathons.
nostalgia for you?
Yeah. It's pure nostalgia for me because I mean, I grew up watching the old horror movies on
The Hammer
classic
horror.
movies.
Okay.
Well, this is before Hammer.
Yes.
Like I'm
Okay.
talking like this is 1931.
You're talking Karloff,
Karloff,
Bela
yeah.
Lugosi.
Wow.
and white.
So you're
Yeah.
like, older than Andy at this point.
Sure.
Borderline.
He just
Borderline.
looks-
Borderline. Well, so I can respect that. For me, those movies, even watching them now or as a child, I always thought they were cheesy. I never got the horror vibe from them.
Oh,
and
because
maybe
people
because
were
I'm like
stupider.
jaded. Like I don't understand.
I mean, it was 1931 when sound's been around for what 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
hey, sounds around since the beginning of time.
What?
Okay.
I'm sorry, sound in
On
movies.
film.
Back when they created the talkies.
To be correct, sir.
I like that voice. Keep talking like
thank
that.
you. I don't know what
Say,
that
make the
noise
old
was.
sound.
Yeah, I don't know what that noise was.
Bird.
All right, so Tim,
play in the space with
But
me,
I have
gentlemen.
a question for Tim on those. I mean, it's you don't like you said, it's just nostalgia. Did even when you were younger, really, with that, you never found it legitimately scary?
I'm sure a part of me did because I want to say I probably saw them at like 7 or 8 years old. I don't remember anything like distinctly, like I don't have a memory of like Karloff distinctly freaking me out. But there's a scene in Dracula when you first see Lugosi's Dracula, and it's all quiet, and you just hear the coffin come up, and like you hear bats, and then it's just like a close up of his face, and he's just standing there. Like as a 7-year-old, it creeped me out a little bit.
I can see
Like
that.
not of like, oh, I need to run upstairs or turn the channel, but I was like, ooh,
I had to hide behind my eyes like Sweeney.
That's right.
right,
I always hide forever.
The monsters can't find him.
They won't find me behind my hands.
I mean, at this point, movies like Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Wolfman, like they're just pure nostalgia for me.
Okay, and I can respect that. I'm still gonna call you old for it, but okay.
It's fine.
Moving
Whatever.
on.
I mean, I would have said like if you're going old like that, the one that actually creeped me, still creeps me out. The original Nosferatu.
That's
Yeah.
because he looks creepy as
It's
shit.
just
yeah.
the cinematography
Yeah.
of it and everything. It's designed to it's
The
like
shadows.
it's like same thing with like German expressionism film.
Mhm.
It's just designed to be unsettling,
Right.
like everything about
I mean, Max Schreck just looked creepy as.
yeah.
I mean, to this, it's been almost 100 years since that movie came out, and
Right.
he still looks creepy.
The real story behind it, Shadow of a Vampire, saying he was a real vampire. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a real movie.
It's a really good movie.
It taught me the truth.
Is it? It's Willem Dafoe is
Yeah.
Max
Willem.
Schreck.
Willem.
And that
Willem Dafoe.
So okay.
Willem
So
Dafoe
Samons,
is eternal.
is that yours? Is that yours?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
So-
mean, that
no.
that to me though is like a legitimately.
So if
creepy
you had to
movie.
pick like,
like
man, what's like I watch this every Halloween. I want to get creeped out. I watch this movie.
Exorcist is up there.
yeah, that'd be
Um,
that movie's so.
Tim,
solid.
you already named yours. Calm down.
you said 3.
I said.
You said 3.
Okay. Top. Okay.
Tim didn't even say like super specific. You just basically said the Universal monster stuff, which I would say is just its own.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, it is.
It's a
They
top.
got 2 more.
Yeah. What do you got in there?
I would say Exorcist is up there.
The original.
The original Exorcist. I
The
don't
one
think
where she
they've
uses
never-
a
they've never-
crucifix and actually penetrates herself.
Mhm.
Yeah, that happened.
Your,
The prequel.
I wasn't gonna say that.
your mother sucks
William-
cocks in hell.
William Friedkin slapping the actors on set. Just
Yeah.
be scared.
That's never been remade, has it?
The Exorcist.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
like
no.
multiple
Been
shitty shit
remastered.
sequels
Yeah.
have come out.
And a prequel and
Yeah, it was remastered, but that's about it.
TV show.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say my third might have to be the original Texas Chainsaw
No, that
Massacre.
one's good.
Mm.
because I again being young, seeing these movies, I had been like 10 or 11, but
Man, your
it's
childhood.
shot.
Why the fuck did they let you watch these movies?
I grew up, and I think I've said this on the podcast before,
Very
that
lonely
I've grew up. No.
The warm glow of the TV.
I hated myself then and continue to do so to this day. No, I grew up with 4 cousins, and I was the youngest. So I got subjected to all of like the horror movies and stuff that they wanted to watch. And my aunt was like, go outside and play. No, we're going to watch terrible movies in the basement.
That's right.
So because it's such a low budget, it's filmed with shit cameras at the time in the 70s. It's so low budget that it looks like a documentary, and I think that part freaked me out specifically when I can't remember the characters' names, but when he puts her on a hook.
Oh yeah.
In the nope, no.
And there's no music. Or
There's no
too.
music at all.
Like
It's
you're
just
talking, it's just them
dead
in
silent.
film and the diegetic sound.
Right.
So apparently silence just creeps me out.
Silence is unsettling.
Yeah.
They made a whole song about it.
Yeah. The sound of sound. which is paradoxical.
Hello,
right?
darkness, my old friend.
Oh God, no.
Wait, we probably shouldn't sing that. I don't want to owe them money.
No.
I don't know what Garfunkel's been doing.
I don't know. They might need the money. So let's back off.
Paul Simon doesn't.
Yeah, Paul Simon does not need your money.
One
But
lyric,
Garfunkel might.
one lyric isn't getting us sued. Don't worry.
All right. So
Paul Simon will
matter
take that money.
no matter how shittily it is sung.
shittily.
Oh, I'm creating words
That's a
at
word.
this point.
Shittily.
Shittily.
That's a new one.
I used the word ovular recently and found out it did not mean what I thought it meant. I thought it meant in the shape of an oval.
Does it have something to do with
with the
ovaries?
ovum.
Yeah.
And I felt like the biggest idiot, but then I also thought, you know what? I'm going to keep using it that way because it sounds really like it should be. And I would have to say oval shaped.
Ovular?
Sure. I mean, I had a coworker say all of the suddenly, and I
Whoa.
almost smacked them.
That's kind of like irregardless.
I would have.
I hate that when people say irregardless. It's just regardless, damn it.
Yeah.
It means the same fucking thing. Don't put extra words in front of it.
Maybe, moving on from being grammar morons.
Grammar Nazis, go away now.
Regardlessly.
Thank you.
Regardlessly.
So Samons,
Okay.
what you got?
This is kind of tough. For me, I'm kind of looking at my list of movies because I put them down. They're really in no real order, but there are going to be probably one or two on here that legitimately creep me out a little bit.
But before you continue, I'm sorry to interrupt. You shat on me for 3 movies. This fucker's got 11 on his list.
Oh yeah, it is.
I didn't ask him to read 11.
Oh my god, it's just a list of movies.
Don't come at me with your goddamn logic.
Sorry, Tim. Sorry for making sense.
This was more for me, not for you or anyone listening.
I come up with lists in
I make lists.
That's his thing, guys. He just makes lists.
Right. Of inanimate things, nothing involving people.
I just watched Mindhunters. There might be something here.
Right, there's something there.
You started it?
I
Okay.
finished it.
Did you? Oh, we'll talk after this.
So I will say this may come as a little bit of a surprise. So I, not too long ago, actually for the first time saw the first Alien movie. I had always seen Aliens or Alien 3 and Resurrection.
So do you consider that a horror movie?
Yes. I consider the original Alien but it's in a weird classification again of like a suspense.
Well, it's like a sci-fi.
Sci-fi horror.
It's a mix of like 4 genres.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
then you can have sci-fi horror. That can be a
Right.
thing. I mean, have you seen Jason X?
Or
Oh.
Horizon. But yeah, that movie legitimately creeped me out.
Well, yeah.
And,
I mean, the whole premise of the movie is to just design that way.
and the tension, it just ratchets up the whole time. The very end sequence, I was on the edge of my seat. And I haven't done that in a long time.
Okay.
That movie's all kinds of bad touch for me.
Well, this is because you threw up when you were a child.
I did.
Well, Tim, you also don't like the xenomorphs in general.
Well,
No, like
it's
how
a phallic symbol.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's like how people feel about clowns. I feel about the xenomorph.
Well, do you know why people hate clowns?
No,
Because they're creepy.
because
I mean,
Well, that,
yeah,
emotions.
that Ed,
Right.
was it Ed Gacy that dressed like a clown?
John Wayne
John Wayne
John
Gacy.
Wayne Gacy.
Ed Gacy, his lesser known brother.
Apparently. He probably that's what you get for being a sibling, because he probably did it too, but he wasn't good at it, so he didn't get famous for it.
that ripple effect, like that's like fourth cousin twice removed is still changing their last name. You ain't dealing with that.
No.
I mean,
But,
he's just
he was the one that dressed like a clown, right?
right.
Yes.
Yes.
It-
And then he ate people.
such. That was Dahmer.
Dahmer
Wait,
ate
I thought
people.
Gacy did
Gacy
too.
was just a serial killer.
Gacy
Yeah.
Just a
killed
serial killer?
young
He
men
didn't
and
keep-
buried them under his like floorboards.
Yeah,
okay.
in the-
So it was
Like,
just Dahmer that
under the
kept
floor of the
fridge full
basement.
Dahmer kept the
Dahmer found them
refer-
nice and tasty.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Dahmer ate people after drugging them and lobotomizing them, and
So kind of like a
also
full Hannibal kind of thing.
I mean, he was also fucking them.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, they were like
See, now
prostitutes.
here's the real horror we need to start talking about.
No, later on when we talk about like if we talk about other things after Salmon gives his list, there is a Dahmer movie coming out that I really want to see.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So we got Alien. First Alien. Just the first one? Not Aliens.
The other one's Alien 2 to me is an action movie.
It's just Aliens.
They lean towards sci-fi, yeah.
Yeah, they start leaning more towards sci-fi action.
Okay, so but the first one's like a legit horror to you.
Yes.
Okay.
That one legitimately gets under my skin.
Nobody could hear you scream in space.
Go on.
Except space.
Except
Space hears your screams.
Space hears everything. The next movie. So this actually. I found this movie a while ago, and I kind of suggested it to a lot of people. It's called Angel Heart. This actually has Robert De Niro.
Is this like Dragonheart?
No.
Sean Connery talk to me?
No.
As an angel?
It does have a surprising, big name in it, and then a lesser known name like, Dennis Quaid running the show. Because it doesn't star Robert De Niro. It stars Mickey Rourke.
Oh.
But it was when Mickey Rourke was pretty. Like,
before he got all drugged up and like
Diner
before boxing.
Yeah, like right before boxing, sort of. So like Diner Mickey Rourke, still
pretty,
still a handsome man.
Not Whiplash or whatever his name is.
He's still got his 9.5 weeks looks.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Not
what happened to that man?
Plastic surgery.
It was awful.
Plastic over and over again.
He quit acting to go to boxing,
but still,
and got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah,
life ran all over that face.
A bus named Life hit him
nonstop.
Okay,
so
what's the I don't know.
Yeah. So I normally have to explain this one, which is totally fine. Without trying to give too much away about this movie, essentially, Mickey Rourke is a character who is hired to find somebody. Mickey Rourke's character's name is Harry Angel, and he's hired to find a man named Johnny Friendly.
God, I really wanted you to say Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah.
Man, they really mailed these names in, didn't
they? Right. Cross promotion. Mickey Rourke catches that football right out of the air.
Johnny Utah.
You ain't jumping off that plane.
I am an FBI agent.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Why are we just diving into Keanu Reeves?
I don't know.
Because he's amazing.
Because we've all been drinking. That's why.
I know Kung Fu.
Anywho, so he is hired by Robert De Niro, whose character's name is Louis Cypher. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, these names.
These names. Oh my God.
Right on the nose, right?
Louis Cypher.
Yeah. Louis Cypher, I guess, but
Mother of God.
Yeah, but it's all about what happens during that investigation and what it reveals. Because I can't really talk about more about it because so many things depend.
How old is this movie?
Talking. I feel like in the early 90s.
I was going to say like late 80s, early 90s, maybe.
Yeah, who was the daughter from Cosby Show? Went on to World.
Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, Lisa Bonet's in it.
I think this is the movie that got her kicked off.
Yes, it is the movie that got her kicked off.
John Benet Ramsey?
No. Christ.
Swinging a mitt.
Jesus
Older
Christ.
and African-American woman.
Damn it!
But, anywho, that's the...
So is this like era of like Interview with a Vampire or before that? Or?
No, because Interview with the Vampire was 92.
Right. So I'm trying to think
right.
like...
So, I mean, it'd be right. I mean, I'm trying
to think of the actors like ages like back then. Like I'm trying to like imagine the film style.
Yeah.
If only there was this device that you could pull up.
I'm not going to look it up.
Tim's doing it.
Angel Heart came out in 87.
If only they made this website called
it's
IMDb.
Kind of right on the cusp of going to the 90s there.
And I don't need your shit, Andy.
It's got some really cool visual effects and some like recurring visual effects to kind of indicate certain things are happening.
Okay.
And it has a great ending. Great ending. But the only thing I will spoil about this movie is one thing that happens that's amazing. Robert De Niro pops a whole hard-boiled egg in his mouth. And he gives this big speech about how like the eggs are human souls. And then he just eats it whole. And you're like, fucking, he just dry swallowed that hard-boiled egg. It's like the worst part is I don't remember if he peeled it or not.
I was going to say, did he eat the shell?
I'm trying to remember. It's like, I think he just popped
swallowed
it
in. Like, fuck it.
It's like, oh, he's swallowing. Yep, it's gone.
He's like a goddamn snake.
Yeah, do you ever think like when like in that scene, because like Robert De Niro's been around for 10, 15 years at this point, like you ever think he's like, fuck it, I'm Robert De Niro?
I'm thinking he probably that's all he ever does when he acts.
Right, yeah.
Paul Newman ate all those eggs in Cool Hand Luke.
Calm down. Calm it down.
That's probably what he's thinking. He's like, you know what? I am Robert De Niro. How many eggs did Paul Newman eat in Cool Hand Luke? I can do one.
I can do one whole.
I'm better than him. I don't have
So is this what made you hate eggs? Watching.
Made me hate
Robert
eggs,
De
but
Niro.
love Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro swallow a whole egg.
I never thought it was sexual,
I can't eat scrambled eggs ever again.
but
All I can imagine is that deep throated egg.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's one I would suggest people watch because it's a lot cooler than a lot of people think it'll
Did
be.
it age well?
I think so.
Okay.
It's very.
'Cause that's like the biggest test. Like,
It creates a very unsettling atmosphere. Not one that's like freaking you out the whole time, but it's just it's off kilter. You're
Okay.
slightly offset the whole time.
so is it really a horror or is it like a thriller, suspense?
It's a bit of both
Okay.
because it's one of those things that mixes the two elements.
Because I'm trying to remember. Well, it's been a while since I've seen it too.
And I mean, Robert De Niro's the devil.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
and
that's kind of a big.
There's not
Well,
not
he's
outright.
He's on the. Oh, never mind. That's
I
somebody
can't
else.
think if there's anything outright gore, but I remember like the big thing that we mentioned with Lisa Bonet getting kicked off of Cosby shows. There's an adult scene with Mickey Rourke, and I think doesn't like the bed like just get covered in blood randomly or something like that.
like blood spilling all
like
over
that's
him.
the only like gore part that I can
He's like-
remember.
He's like slip sliding on her.
Yeah,
And,
right.
like it's not sexy or sexual. He's like not. They're not in the act of sex. He's just. It looks like they spilled a bunch of blood on him and then tilted the bed horizontal and he just slipped.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. The whole. It's very dreamy at parts, which
Right.
is.
I
part of the
don't want to
unsettling.
have that dream.
No, it's just yeah.
If I could keep Mickey Rourke out of all of my dreams,
It's a bit lynchy.
I want to keep the blood, not Mickey Rourke.
I'll keep blood. That's fine.
That's fine. Whatever.
Get rid of Mickey Rourke, please.
Beautiful,
All
beautiful.
right.
Mickey
All right.
Rourke.
So what's your I guess top or next? I don't know if these are in order.
Yeah,
or
they're not really in any order.
Well, damn it, Samons, I want you to put them in fucking order.
Well,
Damn it, Janet.
Who's
Okay.
Janet?
so this one's not on the list, but it does actually creep me out. I just thought of it.
We're going off list.
The going off list. bold directions. Like left. So anyway, The Howling. Have you guys ever seen The Howling?
I don't think I've ever seen The Howling, actually.
Is that the werewolf like soldiers?
No. That is on the list.
Okay.
That's Dog Soldier.
Thank
Dog
you.
soldiers,
Yeah, there you
yes.
Yeah, that's a really cool movie, but The Howling's actually like creepy werewolves.
Okay.
So
It's like American Werewolf in London.
like creepier than that.
Okay.
Like so I mean really imagine dirty 1970s New York is how this movie opens. Like
And now we have AIDS.
imagine the Warriors level of New York, right? Remember how the Warriors
Yeah.
was? It's just everything's trash,
Right.
you know? Before Giuliani.
This is awful.
Before Giuliani just killed everyone who was on the streets after 11 p.m. But so it's like that level of dirty, and the main character's name escapes me.
We just skated over mass genocide. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, well, you mean Giuliani just killing all the homeless?
Right.
yeah, I mean
No, I just
that's in the
outright said
past.
it.
I
Fuck it.
can't change that.
Are we talking about Chris Halloran?
Is that
That is the character. I see characters name. I haven't seen this movie. I'm on
okay?
IMDb
Yeah,
on my phone.
it's the blonde woman right there.
Oh, Karen White,
Yeah, it's Karen White.
played by Dee Wallace.
Yeah, Dee Wallace. Dee Wallace is in a bunch of different horror films. She's awesome.
Oh God, she's the mom in E.T.
Yeah.
Son of a bee.
Cujo.
Son of a
Cujo.
bee.
She's also in Cujo.
Son of a bee. Don't, because we can't use harsh words.
Son of a
Harsh letters only.
Listen, I entertain myself that way.
Listen, Linda.
Listen.
Listen, Linda.
Listen.
Listen.
Oh, but
I'm looking right at you, Andy.
Linda.
Linda.
Listen.
Listen.
All right. Sorry, Sam's go.
No, you're fine. So anyway, basically, it's Dee Wallace's character goes to interview a person named Eddie, who turns out is like serial killer, and she goes to interview him in a 1970s like peep show place. You know, just the scuzzy jizz curtain place.
You sound familiar.
It's just so filthy looking. But while it's happening, it's the movie then like jumps ahead. Like when she goes in, like an interview starts, and she starts talking to him, it jumps ahead like a couple of months, and she has to go to this facility out in like Maine or middle of bumfuck nowhere, and just kind of relax and go to therapy. And the movie's constantly going back and kind of showing you flashbacks of what she's seeing, and Eddie's a werewolf, and he's like a creepy werewolf. So when they did the effects of him, they basically just had like a fake kind of skin suit, and they put balloons under that skin, started blowing into them to show like the change happening. And it's really cool effects. And the werewolves, when they change too, just look like embryonic fluid, like kind of looking grossness, you know?
Ew.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing becomes, I mean, the movie's, you know, how 1970 something. The whole facility she goes to is werewolves.
Oh, nice.
She's
Surrounded by werewolves.
Yeah, and her husband becomes a werewolf by banging a werewolf woman. And while they're, you know, being intimate, like out by the fire.
Wait. You went from banging to being intimate. Like you could have just kept banging.
Sensual banging.
Yeah, it was sensual banging. It really was. They're trying to make it a little classy. And he turns into a werewolf, and she does too. Like while they're doing it, and they howl, which I'm pretty sure indicates they climax together, which is a beautiful moment. But yeah, that's pretty much the movie. And it's her.
That was it.
I mean, it really was.
If two werewolves banging under a moon and howling doesn't sell you on this movie, nothing will.
It really should.
Scene.
And scene.
But no, it is very creepy. The atmosphere is very, very unsettling as well. The effects are super cool. It's one of the few werewolf movies I really, really dig.
I was going to say there's very few good werewolf movies. The Howling, I haven't seen. I want to watch that American Werewolf in London. I even enjoyed, for how campy it was, the American Werewolf in Paris.
It was a fun movie.
And of all the werewolf transformation scenes, I thought Underworld did an amazing job, because a lot of werewolf transformations, you start to see it and then the camera kind of pans away, so it leaves your imagination to how it does.
And you like see the silhouette.
Exactly. Underworld, the first Underworld, full transformation, showing like the snout coming out and like elongating and their fingers cracking and everything, like just the full morphing. And I was just like, fuck yes.
A cool one you'd like then, transformation scene is from the movie Trick or Treat. And in it, like when they do werewolf change, they're like ripping their skin off to get to, like, it's kind of like the folklore of what the werewolf does when it like has to rip its own skin off to get to the wolf underneath. And like their snouts are coming through their mouths.
Yeah.
And just their heads are like Pac-Man falling back, or like Julia Roberts' mouth kind of going. And it's that was a really
like
cool
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Beetlejuice is a better example. Very visual thing in my head.
I mean, I can think of terrible werewolf movies.
Yeah. There's a lot.
I mean, there's a lot out there.
Punch you in the face.
I'll be honest, Dog Soldiers I have never seen.
Oh, yeah, see that one. We've watched it several times. We like to have what we call drunk, scary movie nights, and we'll just get shit-faced and watch pretty much any horror movie we can find, and some of them are really bad. Woo! Some of them are good.
Some of them are good.
Most are very bad.
Most are very, very bad.
Like House.
That movie
is
was nonsense.
Yeah.
Or, what was that one? Well, the people are killing themselves.
You're not specific enough.
That one.
That one.
Pulse. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Fuck. That movie was so depressing.
That had Kristen Bell in it.
Yeah.
Too. She did a bad movie.
Yeah.
So
All right.
bad.
All right. I digress. Okay, Andy, we're up to you now. What lay it on? You're probably, have a little more knowledge.
I do.
Well,
Actually, I did not get into the whole getting into horror films until later in life. So
I was just trying to be funny and call you old.
Old man. Little backstory. I have two brothers, 8 and 10 years older than me. So here I am, 2nd, 3rd grade, and my brother, if you're listening to this, fuck you for doing this to me. He's like, this is called Faces of Death.
Wonderful.
Let's watch this.
Oh boy.
Terrible. So the first scary movie that I remembered scaring the piss out of me was Poltergeist. The main character is children.
Right.
So you're watching this as a child. I love TV. All of a sudden, the fucking ghosts are in the TV, sucking them out. And then
Do the one thing I love.
the scariest scene to me was when and I forget his name, the boy character in the film, when he sees the silhouette of the tree outside blowing in the wind, and then it breaks through the window and it grabs him, and the tree eats him.
Yeah.
It literally eats him, and I was just, I'm done. When the trees start eating you,
we are fucked.
I'm done. But it's great, and I've seen a lot of like documentaries and stuff about Poltergeist and how fucked up it really was.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It's
the
a haunted
The
film.
curse and everything.
People.
Yeah,
They use real skeletons for the pool scene.
yeah, it was
It was a
messed
good
up.
choice, just in general. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, let's make it even more haunted and just piss on the bones too.
So the original Poltergeist,
I can see that. That one's creepy.
it's very creepy. My irrational fear, which is probably why I liked The Walking Dead so much, is zombies. Like,
Hey, that's a very rational
I get
feel.
it.
I mean, come on now.
No.
You can't bargain or anything with them. They're just animalistic.
no, mine is just
Hey,
like
they're
this
just
is
there.
this is going to happen, and
They're like the Joker of horror because you never know how they develop,
so
and they're just there. They're just a thing.
there.
They're just
watching the originals, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Return
Yeah.
of the Living Dead, those were pretty creepy to me as a kid. But watching the remake of Dawn of the Dead, a good Zack Snyder film,
the only yeah
It
that
would
and Watchmen.
good one.
I
a good
loved
one.
it. That was a great one, and I like watching that one every year.
Nice. I can see that.
They're coming to get you, Clarice.
And Tim stole The Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
You can't go wrong with The Exorcist.
Stoles it.
Well,
Stole it.
Okay. So if you could have a third one, I mean, just like there's another one, maybe wasn't top 3.
Is there another one when you were watching with your little with your
Of
older
all
brothers?
the things,
Yeah, we all agreed on The Exorcist, Andy. Pick
Yeah.
a different movie.
of all the things that actually scared me as a child, Ghostbusters. And hear me out,
No, I can see that.
The Librarian.
Yeah.
I would say
Dude.
that's the only part that could scare you because at the very beginning you don't really know what you're getting
You don't
into.
I don't know. The dogs as a kid creep me out. The
Do
demon
you-
dogs.
Do you have
There is no-
issues?
there's only Zool.
Do you have issues with ghost blowjobs?
What?
Oh,
Dan Aykroyd
Oh.
gets blown
Yeah,
by a
ghost
ghost.
blow
No,
job,
that's
yeah.
just we don't talk about that.
I forgot that was in that movie till I watched
We let
it not
that-
too long
we
ago.
let
I was
that
like,
go.
You're
really?
welcome. You're welcome. Dan Aykroyd was a creepy fuck.
Yeah, he wanted to.
Would you
do
stop a
stuff.
ghost?
Do they look like a normal person, like in this
Yeah,
movie?
I mean, what? Who's haunting me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
But if it's an invisible force, you can't see it.
Then it's like the
It's too
entity
ambiguous.
sort of
It's too
scenario. I'm not
ambiguous.
getting raped by an invisible
Right?
ghost.
Yeah, I mean, like it's too ambiguous.
Barbara Hershey was not happy in that movie. It did not go in her favor.
Jesus Christ.
Even at the end of that movie, the entity, it's like, oh no, it's not going to stop haunting her, but it'll stop raping her.
That's good.
Eventually.
I guess.
Eventually.
Sure.
I mean, it's better than what was happening.
Sometimes.
Things are less terrible now.
Right. I'm still there to say
Oh,
gotcha.
God. All right. So, I mean, for me, oh, man, I mean, you've all named good ones. So, for me, for nostalgia purposes, and even the remake, Halloween. I love the original Halloween. I
Yeah.
think it was an amazingly well-filmed movie, creepy as hell. It was so dark, you could never really see what was actually going on. It was like just one of those like slasher, creepy, Michael Myers can't die, he's back again. What the hell? Like, awesome movie.
It feels like Halloween.
It
too.
does.
It's yeah.
Maybe I might be like, you might be calling me like, oh, cliche, you picked a Halloween for a Halloween movie. No, like, it's a fucking good movie.
There's a reason that franchise was successful.
Right. And like,
Other than people are stupid and will keep watching these franchise movies.
and like you guys, I saw it as a young child. I was probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And I was at my grandmother's house at the time, and I have all my siblings are older than me, all of them. And there's like 5 of us. So like I was it.
I can contest it.
So like they put this movie on. I have no idea what it is. I'm like, okay, we're watching a movie. Cool. What's this movie? Oh, why is that tall man wearing a mask? Oh, why did you shove a knife into somebody? What the fuck am I watching? Like it was like that series of events in my brain. Like I had no idea what was going on. It scared the piss out of me.
Run, Jamie Lee Curtis. Run.
Right.
Flee.
I remember really distinctly when he kills the girl. I don't know if it's his sister. Sister's the beginning, right? So it's another woman and her lover. I don't know who it is.
It's
but
like it's like Lori's friend and her
it's just
a
her
friend,
friend.
or whatever. And they're having sex upstairs, and they hear a noise, and the boyfriend comes downstairs and doesn't see anything. But then like Michael Myers like stabs him and puts him against the wall.
Oh yeah.
Like just raises him up and stabs him into. I'm like, oh, okay.
I remember
That sticks.
And then it's the weirdest moment in that movie, and it's such an interesting moment. I thought he like tilts his head.
Yeah, he kind of looks at it.
And
Like,
just kind of
like you realize how messed up this guy is, and that could happen. You could have an overly large man who happens to be somewhat special, and they kind of have issues sometimes, and he could be super retarded strength. Like, come on now, like
you might be trying to read the side of that knife and see what brand it is. 'Cause like, holy shit!
See, that didn't really scare me
really
when I watched it. That was almost like you were saying, like, holy shit, look at the sheer strength of these murders.
I remember
the one that scared me was Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, because it's like, as a child, when you get scared, you don't want to go to sleep because you're scared.
Right.
Now you watch that, you're like, I'm never fucking going to sleep ever again.
So segue to my second film. Ta-da! So Nightmare on Elm Street.
Were you gonna say something, Tim? There for a minute?
we can skip it. It's fine.
Skip that moment. Skip. Okay, so another one of my films is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sure.
And like, I think the original wasn't it Johnny Depp was in the original.
Yeah, Johnny Depp was in the original.
Was the original? And I'm trying to recall because they made several of these movies as well, and I've seen most of them. So was the first one when they're in the hospital and he like pulls the tendons out of the guy's legs and makes him walk, or is that
that's like
the third one?
I kind of want to almost say it's
Okay.
like almost like 6.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's
So-
a ways in there.
Okay, so I've seen, like I said, I've seen a lot of them blend together for me.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say overall the series together. Yes, they probably should have stopped after they made the Dream Warriors. Like that was kind of stupid, but like,
Yeah.
like okay, so
Still make the Dream Warriors. Don't
Right.
get me wrong. Lawrence Fishburne is in that one, and he's got super
Is
strength.
that the one where the kid's like the magician?
well, no,
Yeah.
So
Oh.
like they hypnotize them. So like as they go to sleep, they can it's their dreams. So they can make them however they want to be, and they like give themselves superpowers.
Which
And-
drives me crazy, because as soon as you can lucid dream, it's the Matrix argument to me. If I can recognize that this is a computer program and it's not real, it's a game, I should be able to do anything.
right. And that's
So it's like-
that's what they did.
Yeah, which is what they can do. But he can still kill you. It's like, no.
Well, he can modify it to how he wants to.
It's just maddening to me, because it's like I should be able to counter move things.
Well, they did back and forth a little bit, but he's better at it. He's been doing it longer.
Why wouldn't I just be intangible the whole time?
Right.
You know what? I'm not sorry. But anyway,
So I mean, the whole premise is like there's this guy who was a child molester, or they thought he was a child molester.
yeah, / child. In the original they'd say child killer,
Right.
quotes, because he was a child molester.
Right. They didn't really want to say that back then because it was like
Right. Listen, you kill,
taboo.
like in those movies, like the times you see him like kill a child murderer, you're like, okay, yeah, they burned a
Right.
child molester.
So, and you get this premise of this guy who's so evil. Even when they kill him, he comes back and like takes his revenge in dreams. And like you said, like why would you want to go to bed? Like that's terrifying. It was the wall when he's like pressing through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, like that shit freaked me out. But I will tell you this: if you ever want to watch a scary movie and not be freaked out, watch it in a different language.
Oh, that'd be great.
So a lot of these movies I saw in German because I would go traveling with my family over to Germany and they'd be on TV over there. They'd be in German. Freddy Krueger, not as scary when speaking German.
Wouldn't be scary and spent. You're so Freddy Krueger.
It just doesn't have the same effect. Like you just don't, because you don't really understand what's going on, so you don't really get freaked out. You don't have to build up a little bit.
Did you ask any German people if they were ever scared of that movie? They're like, no, the voices are ridiculous.
No, I didn't. But yeah, I mean, you just watch it, you're like, man, this is not as bad. Like, awesome. I'm glad I don't understand this language.
I kind of know where we're at in the movie.
I know what's going on. I can see it. But for everybody that knows me too, like, so I have really bad anxiety about like scary movies. Like I can't sit still. I can't sit there and just watch it. I get really anxious, build up. I walk around. I go to the kitchen, try to make jokes. Like I just try to make it easier to
Will
watch.
literally hide behind a couch.
Oh, absolutely. Literally, I just it's not for me. So when I say this number one movie for me, creep me the fuck out. Like 100%, could not watch it, couldn't stand it. Babadook.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say before you say it, you can't say The Exorcist. We already established that.
Babadook. That fucking movie.
Yeah.
Creepy little black drawing book thing. Ugh. It's like a bad Jumanji.
There's an answer to the question earlier. We were talking before we got on the mics. Was a good recent horror movie.
Yeah.
Like in the last like 10 years even.
So I think that, I mean, that movie's what, 2 years old?
It's older than that.
Is it?
Is it?
I think so.
Okay. I thought I thought it came out in 15.
At the very
It could be. But like
maximum
again,
5 years.
I can't even tell you most of the movie because I didn't stay in the room to watch the fucking movie. Like
I never saw it.
It creeped. It's a book. Like it's a haunted. Not haunted. It's like a.
I mean, the book explains what the Babadook is.
Yeah, it's like this being that like takes kids. And,
Yeah, it just haunts
Oh, it's weird.
people. I mean, so were you like freaked out when standing in the hallway?
Yeah.
You can bring me the boy.
Right. Like it starts like talking. Like like just
Nope.
stop.
It does the grudge thing and then it blanks out for like 30 seconds of blackness because like we were filing a lawsuit during.
Right.
We couldn't afford the film after that.
But yeah, so if those out there who haven't seen this movie, Andy included, don't go watch it. Like, it's just creepy.
So with that, it is inadvertently a recommendation to go see
Right,
this movie.
exactly.
Right.
And for me, that's up there with like The Ring. When I first saw The Ring, the very first one, and I never saw the Japanese original.
Ringu.
Yeah, I never saw the actual like what it was based off of. But I can literally tell you, after I saw The Ring, I didn't sleep for a week.
See, The Ring didn't freak me out.
When the horse like jumps off the fucking boat.
Yeah.
Oh, so were you like more freaked out
Oh, I
too
was-
by like the video in the video?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
all
weird
the creepy
images.
all the stuff happening.
Some
the
kid
face.
picking their nose.
Here's the face of the girl that they suck the life out in the closet. Like all that shit, just creepy.
Here's how terrible of a person I am is because I think
I told you that.
Well, yeah. I mean, there are multiple stories. Story number 1,560.
Counting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it. I remember when this came out, we were in high school because it came out in 02, 03. And I remember, watching it on the couch with the girl that I was seeing at the time. And she was freaking out. So the scene where she walks out of the TV, like from the...
Yeah. And like the water's dripping off of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was turning away and like so terrified that she was crying, and I was cackling like a madman.
No,
Your fear is amusing.
I never found any part of that movie amusing.
Oh, I was laughing.
I don't know why. I just literally, for some reason, that movie just literally scared the crap out of me.
So
It
Tim,
just
were
didn't-
we laughing at the movie or the girl or both? Like, not the girl.
So like, I can see that.
Well-
If someone's next to me that's more scared than I am, I can
Well-
like,
That'll make me giggle.
yeah.
Well, the girl ended up being my ex-wife, so
Okay, you have to see it from the viewpoint of them.
yeah. Oh, well, raspberries.
Raspberries.
No, I think I was just laughing at just like it just wasn't scary to me. So I mean, I think it was a little column A, a little column B.
All right, Robin Williams.
I don't know, like that part
It was
people
freaky.
walking all weird and
Yeah.
angular upsets me.
Yep.
Unless it's like, oh, listen, they're like doing an interpretive dance or something. Then that's one thing. If I know it's coming.
So when they do the inevitable Slender Man horror movie, if they haven't done one yet already,
Oh, it'll upset me.
yeah.
So yeah, the Slender Man. That's a good topic because like the whole Slender Man thing, the whole like epidemic that came out of nowhere.
It's interesting.
Like, it's weird.
I don't know. Like, I think it's interesting. I like it, like the concept of
It's
it.
all
Almost
just about pop out horror. Like,
yeah. I mean, I like the concept of it, but
Like the
it's
idea
not
of
gonna.
the character.
Yeah, like the idea of the character. And there was a Slender Man video game that came out
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 years ago that was kind of fun, like dumb but fun. But
Why
Now I
are these
lost my
pages
train.
out in the woods?
right, yeah.
what is
Yeah.
this?
Who's putting them on these trees?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Why am I out
Who
here?
has done this? And then just the Slender Man, and oh, you're dead.
Right. And if they're his, he can get them. He can get them faster than me.
Yeah. It's it's an even more shitty Blair Witch.
Oh, I don't think it get much shittier than Blair Witch.
Man,
I like the first one.
I like
the-
the first one. I like the first one.
you're
too.
both fucking kicked off.
Well, on that topic, then why don't we go to the fucking like what movies we hate about like what scary movies are fucking stupid.
Oh,
I mean, there are a lot out there.
There's the
There's-
obvious choices, right? Like we're gonna have like ones that everyone hates. But like, what are you like? Man, I hate this fucking movie.
I'll go deep in the vault because like it's such a bad movie. And the only reason I found it was Mystery Science Theater.
Right there should tell you it's bad.
Manos, The Hands of Fate.
Oh, it's so bad.
Holy dog shit! This movie.
I can't even begin to even pretend to understand what that movie.
Have you ever watched a man try and stand up for like 3 minutes and no one's talking?
So yeah, so this family gets lost on some road trip, and they come across like this guy who's like a cult leader with all his wives. His manservant has like goat legs. Yeah,
Manservant.
Yes, his like
Torgo.
Not a butler.
No, because he's not.
manservant.
He's a fucking manservant. Because like a butler would be like distinguished and like
he's hill trash.
Yeah.
So he's like like
drunk
Igor,
hill trash.
like Igor or
no, because like
Worse than that.
Igor doesn't even hold a candle to, or he doesn't hold a candle to
Yeah.
Igor
Igor
because like
had assistant stuff. He was useful.
yeah, and like Torgo is just a drunk hillbilly with goat hooves that like I can't even
I'm
wait, did you just
as
try
bad.
to show us how to
I
walk on a
tried.
podcast? Because they can't fucking see you.
yeah
And he's
I know.
and he's doing this voice that's supposed to sound like goat bleeding.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry about that, sir. And it's
But this movie was also redubbed. Like it has numerous actors in it, but it was redubbed by 3 people.
it's so bad.
This
Wow.
movie is terrible, and I recommend anyone to go see it.
Oh yeah.
Actually, before we went on, I looked it up, and there's a riff tracks of it for free for Prime members. So if you want to, for
If you'd
free,
like to go watch
if you'd like
this
to go
movie.
watch this movie with riff tracks,
Time for
feel
a
free.
shameless
And
plug.
what's the name of that movie?
Manos, The Hands of Fate.
God, that doesn't even sound good.
Oh, it's terrible.
The name does not inspire me to go want to see this.
Oh, and like the cult leader has like a. It's almost like a
sniff?
yes, he has that a Technicolor dream coat kind of thing.
his
It's
robes,
just like his
he spreads them, and it's like hands. It's like a handprint over
Is that where the hand
the
of fate
billowy
comes from?
stuff.
all his wives like
I don't know
randomly
what
get in a fight. There's no context to
Right.
this fight.
Okay.
All of his what?
Wives.
He has multiple wives.
Wives, Andy. Wives.
They're all
And they
like,
all get in a fight.
yeah.
So true story.
Well, they're all
Right.
like when they're not awake, which is weird.
The nagging from hell.
Yeah.
Or called Tuesday.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they're like chained
Love you,
to
ladies.
pillars.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're
They're chained to pillars when they're like asleep, and then when they wake up, they'll all be like talking and start getting like catty
yeah.
and get in a fight. And
This
No,
movie's
it's not over him because he's not handsome.
yeah.
So they just wake up, chained to pillars, and start bitching at each other.
I don't even fucking know.
It's so
I thought it was your day to
It's-
get us out of
I
these
can't,
chains.
no, like
You worthless
It's
bitch.
hard
like-
to tell what's happening.
he's trying to seduce the mom. Maybe I don't know.
What
this movie's
is going
bad.
on?
No,
I
this
don't even know what
movie's
you're
bad.
describing
this
right
movie
now.
is bad, and I'm probably gonna go put the episode of Mystery Science Theater on when I get home.
Like, I'm just angry from listening to you describe whatever it is that you're describing.
It's a trash
Imagine
movie.
seeing that
I can't imagine that.
incomprehensible nonsense on screen, and you're just getting angry.
Why would they make this movie?
I don't know. I want to say money,
Have you-
but there's no way once you see it in the cutting room floor, you're like, oh, I'm going to make a dime off of this.
Also, have you seen 90% of the movies that were on Mystery Science Theater?
Well, I knew that.
True.
Once you said where it was from, I knew it was going to be awful.
Joe Don Baker kept getting work for some
Oh,
reason.
Jesus Christ!
All right. So, okay, let me change the question then.
Okay.
Because obviously we all can have like these awful movies that nobody fucking wants to watch, nobody cared to have made. What's a popular horror movie that you fucking hate?
That's a good question.
I can start off.
Go for it.
Go.
Hills Have Eyes.
Fuck, you took mine.
I have
The remake?
Yeah, I fucking hate that movie. It's stupid. It's not scary. It's just like uncomfortable the whole movie. I had to watch some hillbilly white trash rape a woman. Like I don't want nothing about this makes me want to watch this movie. And people are like, "Oh, it's so scary."
I don't know why. Like, I just don't know why you gotta put rape in your horror
takes-
movies.
Right,
like-
I'm gonna be honest.
Horror, rape is one of those things. It's so delicate to have to try and use it in a movie.
Right. Like,
that
why even try?
The only times I think you should really approach it is if that is like integral to the film.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah, it's just needless, and it takes you out of a lot of horror movies are just designed, to give you jump scares, and
Right. Exactly.
make you unsettled and
It gives
stuff.
you that anxiety, a little that adrenaline rush.
But rape just takes it to that level where
It's-
it's like it's cruel.
It's cruel. I feel terrible. I feel uncomfortable. I feel dirty. I feel like I need to like get out of there as soon as possible. Like I
Right.
don't want to see it on film. I don't.
It-
Not in snuff films. It's not my thing.
yeah, which is good. That hesitation
Good
in
for
my
you.
voice was not because I disagree and feel like I am.
No. Don't watch those.
no.
Right, the hateful geeks.
And then another one for me. I kind of wanted to give like another honorable mention.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people like this movie, and I went in thinking, oh man, okay, everyone likes it. I've never seen it. I'm gonna go back and watch it. Bram Stoker's Dracula
Like the Francis Ford Coppola one
with
with Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. Yeah, I watched that and I'm like, what the fuck? Why did everybody love this movie?
I think it was more the visuals.
I was so confused the whole time. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know why there was people all over the room. I was just like, what the fuck?
And maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but it's the first one that I remember that truly followed the book.
And I can understand that.
Yeah.
And I've never read the book, so maybe I'm completely off the kilter
it
here.
follows the
Mhm.
book.
But like, I remember like everyone telling me, "Oh my god, you have to see Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's so good." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
I went and watched it because I'd never seen it. So I went back when I was an old adult and went to go watch it. And I was like, "What is this garbage?"
it just didn't do it for me.
No, like, what is this? What am I watching right now?
I think
What's the
it's-
weird voice Gary Oldman's doing?
Yeah, that voice was strange.
Yep. Sure was.
I
It's
was
very-
born in the dark.
I was born in the dark.
Wait, is it Bane?
Yeah.
See
I was wondering.
I never drink wine.
Right, like that voice. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Nothing about that movie.
Mine
Not
was
good.
mine was Jason X.
Oh, that movie.
Okay,
It is
nobody
so
liked Jason
bad.
X.
No, there are people that will defend
Who
that
the
movie.
fuck would defend Jason X?
Here's the thing. I won't defend that movie, but I can sit there and watch it because I've seen it like maybe one time in my life, and I understand. I paid money to see it
Oh my
in
god,
theater, and I was so excited, and then I
you
watched
poor
it,
soul.
and I simultaneously hated everything about what was happening.
It was almost a parody of itself.
And
That's how bad it was.
I have to view it.
And I think
is
that's how they made it too, because like, isn't there like a point where he's like, it's like a camp simulator or something?
he's
And-
in space, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Jason in space. The government cryogenically froze
right?
him.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like 400 some years into the future, and some space travelers find his body. And so in all horror films, they make amazing decisions.
But
They're like,
unfreeze
let
him.
me-
let's wake him up.
Let me get this straight.
Look at this.
The premise of this fucking movie is that the government is like, we can't figure out what to do with Jason. Let's
Let's just freeze him.
cryogenically freeze
And put him
him
in
and
space.
shoot him in space.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Hulk
Well,
method.
They don't even shoot him in
Mind
space.
you,
They
they
just bury him in a hole, frozen.
Mind you
Yeah.
what?
And then
this
space
is-
travelers find him, and they take him, and then they're like, let's wake him up.
This is 15 years before Trump, by
And
the
then he
way.
has the worst mask.
Oh,
He looked like a fucking Jason the
Oh,
Transformer.
they thought they could replicate how he can come back. Like his cellular regeneration is beyond anything.
So
So they try to actually explain
So
why
they-
he can't die.
yeah,
so
they
they-
just nonsense.
What-
Instead of
like,
leaving it like a horror.
they're
like,
trying to
okay.
clone him for soldiers.
He had the most
Well,
midichlorians.
they're not even they're scientists.
Wait.
And
Did he have Wolverine's regeneration rate?
I don't think they ever gave it that comparison.
Listen up, bub.
Listen
I've seen this movie maybe once. And
was this
it's
the one
garbage.
That he like wrapped? Maybe it's not because obviously they're in space. But I thought there was like a camp simulator or
Yes.
something.
Okay. He does go into
The
a
holodeck?
Into
Yeah.
a holodeck,
Yeah.
and there are two girls there, and
Sleeping bags, right?
yeah, and they're topless, and they're jumping up and down.
Of course
saying-
they are.
Like, and they got beers and weed, and they're like, "Hey, let's get drunk and smoke weed, and then have premarital sex." Yay, we love premarital sex. So, and they're hopping up and down, and then it cuts to people like watching Jason in the holodeck, and they're going like, "Oh my God, what's he gonna do now?" And then it cuts back. They're both in sleeping bags, One's hung up, like, and she's like in the bag, and the other he's just whacking her, like she's in a sleeping bag too, and he's just swinging her at the other bag like a baseball bat, and it's hilarious because they're not like going like ow or anything. They're just giggling because they're holograms, and life is amazing. They don't have to use the bathroom or anything.
What? That was like the one thing why it's
Holograms don't
amazing.
use the bathroom.
Think about how inconvenient it is that you have to use the bathroom.
I mean, yeah, but like, I'm a guy, so I can just go anywhere.
I mean, that's true, but imagine how much more we could accomplish in life if we didn't ever have to go
I
to
don't
the
know.
bathroom.
I have some of my best thoughts taking a shit.
Well, in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I guess it could be something else.
Thank you for listening to Hateful Geeks.
All right, so Tim, you already gave yours, right?
What autonomous function would you
No,
give?
Well, you
no,
gave like the really
that's
bad,
one
bad
that's
one.
that's a bad one that like
And to be fair,
I kind of, even though it's a shit movie, I love it because it's bad.
You
and to be
love to
fair,
hate on
Jason
it. I
X
love to
is
hate
not
on
really
it.
a loved movie.
The franchise is loved.
Jason, the Friday
Yeah.
the 13th is loved. Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
And Jason X is part of that franchise,
sadly.
and it is a fucking
Although
disgrace.
one guilty pleasure I do have is Freddy versus Jason. I fucking love that
Oh,
movie.
Okay.
I just love it.
Once Tim is done, I know what mine is.
I know what mine is.
Fucking
Okay.
know what mine is.
So so Manos is definitely a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah.
Other than this isn't a movie; it's a franchise in general.
Mhm.
Other than the first one, I can't stand the Saw movies.
I get that.
I can
I can't.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Like the first one's really good.
Because the first one had a twist. The first one had like an actual
First one had that
plot.
twist.
It had like really suspenseful.
Carrie Elwes.
I had never seen Carrie Elwes since Robin Hood Men in Tights, and I distinctly remember saying in the theater out loud, "Oh shit, that's Robin Hood." And people looked at me like I was a
And
god.
scene.
No, like people looked at me like I was an idiot, and I'm just like,
That's all I know.
you have no taste.
You're all garbage.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
No, yeah, you all have no taste. And I watched the second one. I think the second one has Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg. Yep.
Donnie Wahlberg? Yeah,
I
he's a
can't
cop.
remember.
He's the main character.
Yeah.
And like,
They actually kept him around.
and I watched it,
Doing that.
and
Wait, did you watch it or did you wash it?
I watched it.
Okay. I thought you said I washed it.
Oh,
I was like,
Mm.
try to get clean after? Like, what happened?
Kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I felt dirty after watching that movie.
I can dig it.
There's so much rust on those chains.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, and it's New Kids on the Block, Wahlberg, and it's bad.
They're bad.
They're bad, and
So-
I'm done.
So here's why I like the first one. The puzzles, the games,
Right.
it made sense. He gave people a purpose to try to solve their own problems, right?
Right.
He deemed them unworthy of their life and he wanted to make them earn it back, right?
Mhm.
Every other one, he put them in impossible situations they couldn't get out of just to kill them.
Also,
They changed the whole premise of the movie.
Also, like what Jigsaw comes out this weekend, and what it's like the 9th.
7.
I don't even.
8.
But
Too many.
But he fucking died in 4.
apparently
Didn't
not.
he?
He died.
Fuck
in,
it.
He died in 3.
Yeah, fuck everything.
He was dead on the table.
Everything.
So who?
So who's been doing it and
Right.
stuff? Well,
Yeah.
he keeps
Is it
getting
just
the
is it just like
apprentices.
is it just like a
Copycat.
Jason? Is it just like a Jason
Spoilers.
Voorhees? Yeah, is it just like a Jason Voorhees mother thing?
No,
It's just copycat.
It's basically
So
he
you're-
trained
In the third one,
His
it was that
apprentices.
chick that survived the first one with the jaw trap.
Yeah, Shawnee
Okay.
Smith.
Remember that jaw trap? She had to
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of open the purse and get the key out.
Right.
Yeah. So that they explain after he did that for her, she went back and like talked to him and became like his apprentice and learned
Mhm.
everything.
And she started putting in people like in impossible
Right,
traps
exactly.
too because she just wanted to kill
Kill people.
some of
So
those people.
to me, it's like doing Friday the 13th, or not Friday the 13th. I'm sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street without Freddy, and it's like the chick that survived at the end of the first one.
Right.
Is what like that's my analogy for it. Is how I feel.
Pretty much.
So
yeah.
this Jigsaw movie, is it like a prequel? I haven't looked.
No, I think no, because they actually dig up the body. They actually
Yeah.
say he's been dead for like 4 years.
Yeah, it's
And they show them like exhuming the corpse to see if he's in there or not.
I'm gonna piss all over this movie.
Right. Like it's fucking stupid. Stop making them.
Stop.
I get it. Like you had a good premise.
Like after 8 or 9 movies, isn't there just a law of diminishing returns?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ask Sharknado.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but Sharknado is made for TV and meant to be bad.
Right. I'm just saying they keep making it. They're on like what 6 now or
Yeah,
7?
but like
or-
they
It's like
actually
6
get
or
good
7,
reviews.
yeah.
Not good reviews.
Don't
God
ever
damn.
say
They got reviews.
They got
Good.
reviews.
Good ratings.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
people.
Tara Reid needs the work.
Uh,
okay?
Tara Reid-
Tara
needs
Reid's
to-
got to eat.
She needs to fix her boob job.
Tara Reid really needs to eat.
Tara Reid hasn't made any money since American Pie.
No, she was in Van Wilder.
I feel like that's where that ends. Since American Pie.
One.
No, I was saying that, and then I was like, was she in American Reunion? And I think she was.
Yeah.
How long was she in it?
Van
for like
Wilder,
a full
that was
amount?
like the first.
Because I think Van Wilder was after 2,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then because she wasn't in 3, and then she was in Reunion.
Imagine Ryan Reynolds now just going back and saying, "I co-starred with Tara Reid in this movie."
I mean, he also
Huh.
co-starred with Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Melissa Joan Hart, in
That's
in a Sabrina the Teenage Witch TV movie. That was like one of his first TV roles.
That is true.
Oh, look that
I
up.
feel
He's
like
got frosted blonde tips. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
look that up.
Yeah. It'd be like, man, I hate my hair in that, but I loved working with Melissa Joan Hart.
All right. So, to you, Salmon, since you mentioned already that you have one now.
Oh, yeah. Immediately, as soon as you said it, Freddy versus Jason. I can't stand that movie.
It's
and
so
every time
good.
you and our other friend put it on, you're like, oh, we love it. It's so funny. I hate everything about it. I hate its existence.
Oh, come on.
No, I really do dislike that movie.
Come on.
Well, here's... So,
When Freddy,
doesn't need
possesses that guy and is like, I got this bitch. And it gets cut in half.
it's stupid.
It's hysterical.
It's so stupid.
Hysterical.
That character is Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Yep.
Except he's a normal sized person instead of not, terrifyingly skinny. And the rest of it just doesn't make sense. Like the other thing is I don't really like crossovers. Sorry. That's what I was trying to say. So it's kind of one of those things where Freddy versus Jason, I hate that movie. Like Alien versus Predator too.
See, I like that one too.
I hate those movies.
I like those too.
Don't.
But that's not a crossover. They do exist in the same universe.
I mean, they do, and that's fine. And I've read those comics where I thought it was actually
I accept
cool.
that fact.
Yeah, and I've read the comics where they actually have the Alien versus Predators. And I'm like, oh, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But-
and then the movie was just like,
And the movie's garbage. And it's like, hey, you know how like the Predator.
Wait. Andy hasn't said a word for like 10 minutes. And
I'm just taking it all in. I
then it
never,
was like,
Andy just comes in with his fart joke. It's cool.
I never, horror films are low on my, I'm going to go watch, like, if I'm picking up and watching something, it's not typically a horror film.
Okay. I got a question for you, and then we'll go back to Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, it's fine. Are you gonna yell about it too? Because I'm
No.
going to yell.
No. Some of our listeners know that Andy does not like musicals.
oh,
So-
I hate music.
What?
Gun to your head.
Horror.
Musical or horror?
Horror.
All right.
I don't dislike horror. It's just not like,
It's not your forte.
exactly.
Okay.
Like, but I went and saw it and I loved it.
All right.
So there is stuff that I do enjoy about it. It's just not my
I did
Cup of tea.
Yeah.
listen about you not liking musicals.
I hate musicals.
That's rough on me.
Okay.
Love
Fucking
musicals.
hate them.
So Freddy versus
Oh, yeah,
Jason
okay.
and its awfulness.
That's another thing.
Freddy versus Jason the musical.
that would be better.
I can
That
only,
would be better for me. I
can-
would be like, what will Jason sing about
Andy,
if he does?
Andy, a man can only get so erect.
He might just grunt.
Yeah.
You could
Stab.
watch Repo. The
Genetic
Genetic
opera.
There's just a song, and it's sung by Jason, and it's called Stab, 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 but it's just.
okay. I just got really depressed for that song. I don't know why. It made me really sad.
Oh, my job is done.
Have to wait till next Friday, the 13th. Jason sad.
No.
But yeah, so Freddy versus Jason, there was a very difficult way. I mean, the movie went through like 5 scripts, like 5 rewrites, had like 4 people trying to write this thing. It's just no good. And then hey, how are they going to get together and stuff? Kill for mommy, Jason. It's Freddy looks like his mother in hell to convince him to go
I'm just picturing like this like writer's room, and they're trying to figure out this movie, and then finally when they just get it perfect after 5 rewrites, and someone just does the chef kiss of it's great. Gold.
It is gold.
That garbage can in that writer's room is just stacked up with balled up paper, just of people writing shit ideas
They were
down.
eventually just like, fuck it, we don't need a script.
Yeah.
Go.
Put them on camera.
Just put them on camera. Improv.
Yeah, kids, follow Robert's direction here because he knows what he's doing is Freddy.
he can do this.
Right. We got this other guy who I can't remember was playing Jason. It wasn't Kane Hodder.
No.
Which is nonsense. See, that man is Jason. Just
Yeah.
let him be Jason.
See, I still love it. It's still a good guilty pleasure. It's still funny to me. It's still enjoyable.
Why does Freddy kung fu fight when he comes to reality? He was a fucking janitor.
I'm sorry. Fucking what?
He does not kung fu.
He basically
fight.
does.
No, he doesn't.
He fights like Mortal Kombat 9.
No. Okay,
It
first
is
of all,
Where he's a
almost-
downloadable character.
Almost as bad as the professional wrestling moves in Blade 3.
yeah.
You mean
there's
because,
another.
You mean
Because
because
Triple H?
professional wrestlers were in that fucking movie?
Doesn't mean you have to do professional wrestling
no.
moves
That means
in the
Triple
movie.
H needs to do the pedigree.
Oh my god. What, I remember somebody like dropping an elbow off the top of a rafter. Like
It's-
it was
Blade Trinity is another one of the movies that I can yell about for a very
Yes.
long time. My younger brother likes it a lot. And he's like, oh, you have to see it as like a campy thing.
no.
Well, here's the problem.
No.
2 was awesome.
Two's great.
2's great. And 1's good.
Oh,
One's
I like
good.
1.
One's good, yeah.
1's darker. It's got a very different vibe, you know? It
Mhm.
was that. And
But
3 is
3, I
just
booed at it.
the brother from Prison Break is,
Dominic Purcell.
yeah, thank you, is Dracula.
Yes.
And he's like a shirtless warrior the whole time, which is nonsense. Like he's walking around with a sword and people are just like, oh yeah, whatever, he's the king of the vampires. Fuck that, you have guns. Shoot him. It's Deacon Frost, if he was still alive, would have killed that motherfucker. I mean, he took those old school vampires out to the beach while he's wearing motorcycle outfits, so the sun wouldn't hit him.
Yeah.
And you said because there was wrestlers in this, that's why they were doing wrestling moves. That's like saying like any former football player that were in movies should just be like scoring touchdowns and spiking.
They tackle people, it's fine.
Because
Like
Because there's-
O.J. Simpson and Lethal Gun should have been doing the Heisman pose and then murdering his
Lethal-
wife. And,
Whoa.
Because there's actors in the
foreshadowing.
movie,
I
they'll
wanna-
be acting.
I wanna-
That's not foreshadowing.
I wanna-
That really happened.
I want to stop you at Lethal Gun and go,
Lethal-
the fuck? It's Naked Gun.
Naked Gun,
And then
which was a spoof of Lethal Weapon. Sorry.
there you go.
Lethal gun.
Lethal
And then
Lethal
Loaded
Gun.
Weapon
Wait,
Loaded
Loaded
Weapon.
Weapon
was the
Sam-
National Lampoon.
Sam Jackson and Emilio
Yeah, so
Estevez.
I think we have
Great
a new
movie.
series on our hands now. Lethal
Lethal
gun.
Gun.
Lethal,
Gun.
God
lethal
damn it.
Loaded Gun.
You fucking godless heathen.
God, it's dead.
Thanks, Nietzsche.
Just,
All right then.
All right. I think we've got a wide.
And speaking of the camp,
You're the
fucking
camp.
over my
the stuff that
you're
is
fucking
bad,
all over my closing. Go ahead.
so bad that it's
Just
good.
like, try to close it. Nope.
It just popped in my head because I remember this one, and we have to address it.
Okay.
Your thoughts on Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Amazing movie.
I like it. I like that movie.
Amazing.
It
it
is.
is. Go ahead.
I mean, it just is what it is. It recognizes it's campy. It went in not trying to make the clowns really look
Scary.
like scary. They're so
They're circus clowns,
grotesquely caricature looking.
Yeah.
That it doesn't upset me.
It removes that.
Yeah.
My
Fright.
It's hysterical. It's amazing.
It's not Pennywise.
my
No.
review of the movie is that it is the Citizen Kane of cinema.
Well,
Citizen Kane.
Which to me says it's not a good movie, but the
unpeel-
cinematography is amazing.
Well-
Unpeel that onion, Sweeney.
well, Cinema Kane is cinema.
Cinema Kane.
it's the Citizen Kane of
It's the Citizen
Camp?
Kane
This
of
is the Citizen Kane of
Cinema Kane.
Cinema Kane.
See, Samons is unpeeling that onion.
You can't see it, but I am hemorrhaging blood out of my nose.
I'm shocked that hasn't been remade.
What's that?
Killer Clowns.
I'm
I'm absolutely no. No.
We're just
We'll touch on that another day, but to me, that
No,
movie
we
is
won't.
boring.
Let go.
Will we?
They're just going back to the well, aren't they?
Boring.
So we got nothing. We got nothing.
Nothing new. No new ideas. All movies suck. The end.
I mean, at least a few people are trying some new, and new IPs. Like Get Out was good.
Yeah.
Get Out was a good movie.
I liked The Purge. It was a good
Purge.
idea.
And then they did the best thing I thought for those movies. They followed up later and was like, hey, you know how we were telling you what's going on out in the world?
We're going to show
Let's
you.
see.
Yeah. That was my biggest gripe with the first one is you only saw the one house. I'm like, okay,
Right.
this is going on everywhere. We're seeing the one house. Stupid.
Sinister for a recent, in the last couple of years,
Sinister?
also starring Ethan Hawke. I liked Sinister. It was creepy. It
Wait,
gets under your skin.
Also starring Ethan Hawke.
The Purge has Ethan
I know.
Hawke.
No, it's like we're gonna name all movies that have Ethan Hawke in it.
I
now.
can get really close. For some reason, I love Ethan Hawke. Daybreakers, another
Yay!
Ethan Hawke horror movie. And he just needed money sometimes before he started making those, going back to those David Fincher Before Sunset movies.
Oh. It's not David Fincher.
Yeah, who is that again? I can't remember. It's not David Fincher though. But those are good movies.
God damn it.
Richard Linklater.
Thank you. It's
Yeah,
Richard
that's it.
Linklater.
How'd you forget that name?
I don't know.
Richard Linklater.
I-
That is a mouthful.
Dazed and Confused Richard Linklater.
Boyhood, also starring Ethan Hawke.
God damn it.
I'm stuck in a loop.
We can't get out the Ethan
Get out.
Hawke.
He's in
train.
the Hawke loop.
Get out, get him out.
Dead
Clear.
Switch to
Poet
Kevin
Society.
Bacon.
Kevin
No.
Bacon.
I want
Go,
to switch to
Tremors.
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams.
Dead Poet Society. That was the only
Robin,
was
not
the-
Robert.
Oh yeah.
You said Robert Williams.
Oh no.
Predestination.
It's like, wait,
I keep naming
talking
them.
about Bob Williams. Like what's going
Bob
on?
Williams.
Bob Williams. This summer,
feel-
Bob Williams is
I-
Bobby.
I feel like on that note, because we're circling the drain.
Yeah, we are. Let's get out
We
of this.
are.
God damn it. Stop fucking up my closing.
I do have before
Well,
we go.
one more thing.
I do have one movie recommendation on my list that I did want to say that I thought really recently came out, not super recently, but anyway, captured the feel of Halloween like the original Halloween did. And I mentioned it earlier, Trick or Treat. I cannot plug that movie enough. Like it's kind of like an
You mean
anthology
the
movie.
trick or treat where the school bus goes down and
Yeah,
all the
with the
little
kids.
kids start
Mhm.
haunting everybody, and the
Brian
one
Cox is in it.
and the kid stabs him with a popsicle, or sorry, lollipop.
Yes, that movie.
That's
exactly.
the movie you want to plug.
Yes.
That's
Because when you watch it,
a terrible.
It's a great movie.
That's a terrible movie.
it's a great movie.
It's
People-
full of puns. It's
Yeah.
full of shit. No,
It's full of fun.
get out.
It's all orange and the color scheme. It just really feels like
You can't see colors.
Halloween. I can sometimes see orange.
I see color.
Right. They tell me it's the color of a pumpkin.
Singular.
But you don't know what that is.
I know what a pumpkin is. I can be like, oh, it's that.
But you don't know what color it is. They could be lying to you.
I mean, I can put them together and be like, well, this one's pretty close. So, but yeah, that was my last little movie.
All right. Well,
plug.
apparently we're going to end on the awful recommendation of Samons. I thought he'd be a good friend.
I
Did you actually?
I recommended Manos the Hands of Fate. So
Also, Sweeney,
But
I
you're
don't
always
know,
bad,
has
so
ever
it's okay.
seen the end of a horror movie, considering
I
as he
haven't.
says he's behind chairs and making
Absolutely.
food in the kitchen, which we do appreciate.
I hate movies.
Sweeney, you should watch Ginger Snaps.
Yeah, Catherine Isabel.
I've never heard of that movie.
Ginger Snaps is two hot female chicks that are werewolves.
I thought we've already established this. People having sex as werewolves and howling to the moon.
It's all about
It's-
them
it
gaining
sells.
confidence in their menstruation and
And then
becoming
you can
women.
watch Ginger Snaps back.
God. Fucking.
The fact that you're just naming these random movies after you've already told us, like, I don't watch horror movies.
Also-
watch Ginger Snaps.
Also,
Good movie.
also, two words that should never be in the same sentence are werewolf and menstruation. God damn it.
And yet here we are.
We found it.
The circle is now complete.
On that note,
God damn it.
thank you for listening. Please.
Drive safely.
Yeah.
Please send suggestions on how do we title this episode
Right.
other than Halloween question mark.
Right. Please tell us
I
your
just heard
favorite.
Ron Burgundy saying that in my head.
Halloween?
Halloween? Damn it, who put a question mark on the teleprompter?
Yeah, okay. Get us out of this shit.
All right, let's get out of here.
Please tell us your favorite movies, your favorite moments, anything you want to tell us on the Instagrams, the Twitters, the Facebook. What else are we on?
YouTube,
iHeartRadio,
Google Play, iTunes.
all of them, all of the above.
We're everywhere.
We are everywhere.
We're like Skynet.
We see you with 1,000 eyes.
Well, thank you for listening. Please listen to us again, for the love of God. For the Hateful Geeks, I'm Tim.
This is Sweeney.
I'm Andy.
And I'm guest starring as Samons.
Get the fuck out.
Catch us next time. I gotta go take a piss.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!
You told me to hit record.
Oh.
What the fuck you want to do?
I don't know.
God damn it.
God.
Holy shit, it's Halloween!
Woo! There you go. A little more exciting.
Oh, shit.
I didn't feel the excitement on that one.
Oh,
I never feel
Really
excitement. It's
supplied
all
it.
right.
Really mailed that one in, buddy.
I felt it in my pants.
Gross. All right.
My enthusiasm is being dampened by the towel over my microphone.
I don't hear him anymore.
I know. I'm going to unmute him now.
Oh.
Shut up.